What says the Bible about Torah? The Bible leads us to understand that Yahweh is very passionate about His Word. These are the very words that began being documented in the first 5 books of Moses. Some call these first 5 books of Moses as either the Law or the Mosaic Covenant. Others know these first 5 books as Torah. We recognize Torah as the commencement of Yahweh's inspired word. Concerning Torah, the Bible says that Yahweh was pleased for His righteousness' sake to make Torah great and glorious, Isaiah 42 verse 21, NASB. Firstly, understand that it was Yahweh Himself who made Torah great. He is so passionate about His own word that He magnified it above His most holy name. Consider what the psalmist said. For you have made your word great according to all your name, Psalm 138 verse 2, NASB. Since Yahweh intended to make His word great and magnify His word above His own name, Yahweh expected Moses to document His word ever so carefully. In fact, Yahweh warned Moses with these following words, "Be careful to obey all the commands I give you. You must not add anything to them or subtract anything from them." Deuteronomy 12 verse 32, NLT. Since Moses was Yahweh's mouthpiece to the children of Israel, Moses gave the following instruction to the people. And now, Israel, listen carefully to these decrees and regulations that I am about to teach you. Obey them so that you may live, so you may enter and occupy the land that Yahweh, the Elohim of your ancestors, is giving you. Do not add to or subtract from these commands I am giving you. Just obey the commands of Yahweh your Elohim that I am giving you. Deuteronomy 4 verses 1 to 2, NLT. Some may believe that Yahweh's word was only intended for a select group of people, the children of Israel. They may also imagine that Yahweh's word, as documented in the Bible, should be disregarded as a thing of the ancient past. There are also those who believe that Yahweh's word is not of value for today's use. These are the ones who ignore what Messiah taught about Yahweh's word. The fact of the matter is that members of the body of Messiah are very well familiar with the result of those who tamper with the Bible by either adding to it or taking away from it. Look at what Messiah said. And I solemnly declare to everyone who hears the words of prophecy written in this book, if anyone adds anything to what is written here, Yahweh will add to that person the plagues described in this book. And if anyone removes any of the words from this book of prophecy, Yahweh will remove that person's share in the tree of life and in the holy city that are described in this book. Revelation 22 verses 18 to 19, NLT, sacred name used. King Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived, said it in this manner. Every word of Yahweh proves true. He is a shield to all who come to Him for protection. Do not add to Yahweh's words, or Yahweh may rebuke you and expose you as a liar. Proverbs 30 verses 5 to 6, NLT, sacred name used. Even though Yahweh honored His word, magnified it and made it great, some contend with it. The Bible tells us why. Consider what Hosea the prophet wrote. I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing. Hosea 8 verse 12, NLT. In other words, those who contend with Yahweh's word do so because they consider Yahweh's word to be a strange thing. By doing so, they allow themselves to be surrounded by false prophets who disregard Yahweh's word and teach disobedience to it. Unlike these false prophets, members of the body of Messiah encourage all who will grant us an audience with the following advice: listen to Yahweh's instructions and store them in your heart. Job 22 verse 22, NLT. Sacred name used.